Hello, everybody. We are back with another episode of Good Morning Mexico. Now, today, we have a special guest with us from all the way from North Korea, and his name is Shin Dong-kyuk. Come on out, Shin.
Hello!
Come on, Shin. Don't look so uptight. Tell us about yourself. Everyone in this show has been waiting eagerly to meet you.
Well, where should I start? I'm a human rights activist and the only one to be alive who escaped Camp 14. I was born from two prisoners from Camp 14. My father, Shin Young-soo, told me that the guards gave him his mother, Yang He-wan Seng, as a payment for her skills in operation in a metal-lead camp, where they allowed to marry and reward for his good work.
Wait. So you're telling me that you could marry someone if you just did a good job?
Well, yes. But you didn't have to choose. But you don't get to choose who you marry. It was random.
Oh, okay. Well, Shin, I think you are leaving some valuable information. Not a lot of people know about the camps of North Korea. Are they like the concentration camps from World War II, or they are like normal camps?
Yes, they are like from the World War II, but like worse. Right now, North Korea is in a state of dictatorship where Kim Jong-un is in total control. But to truly know why North Korea is like this, we have to go a little back in history.
Well, we got time, so go on ahead.
Well, from part I remember from stories of my grandpa, it all started a little like this.
Te enojé, que avanzar.
Run, everybody! Come on, run!
Korea is ours for the taking. This weakling doesn't stand a chance.
The Japanese invaded the Koreans with massive firepower and
Wait a minute. Massive firepower? We are talking about 1592, not 1952. We barely had frozen ships. What did you think by massive firepower? Thanks or what? Damn, I glad would like to take over the story right now, but you know, I'm a bit busy dying right now.
Okay. The Japanese invaded the Koreans with some firepower. They got to Korea by boats, entering the castle easily and taking over some of the south, and then having a somewhat straight line all the way to the north. The Koreans only used the help of the Japanese economy and slaves to sail to the Portugal.
Come on faster, you dimwit. We don't have all the day. Oh, hello there. You got some fine slave right here.
I don't know. He looks a bit useless. You know what I mean?
Useless? Ha! That's a funny joke. This slave is the best of the best. Look, this one can't even withstand a ton of his back and he survived a stab, one to the head.
Deal, I'll take him.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoa, and how did you know all about this?
Well, that fine slave was my grandpa.
Huh? And, well, how did your grandpa work at 1500s?
Shut up! Everybody knows that puppet lives longer. Well, by the 16th of December of 1598, the Japanese had fled Korea and returned to Japan. Also, it took some time, but my grandpa had finally gained freedom, and he was able to go back to Korea. Then, some time passed, and it was the end of the Second World War, and the Cold War split the temporary alliance against Nazi Germany, leaving the Soviet Union and the United States as two superpowers with profound economic and political differences. The USSR was a Marxist-Leninist state led by its Communist Party of the Soviet Union, which in turn was dominated by a leader, The party controlled the press, the military, the economy, and many organizations. It also controlled the other states of the Eastern Bloc and founded communist parties around the world, sometimes in the competition with Communist China, particularly following the Sino-Soviet split of the 60s. In opposition stood the capitalist West, led by the United States, a federal republic with two-party presidential system. The first world nation of the Western Bloc were generally democratic, with a free press and independent organizations, but were economically and politically entwined with a network of banana republics and other authoritarian regimes throughout the Third World, most of which were Western blocs, former colonies. And that's why they had two superpowers stood up and divided some countries. And unfortunately, one of them was Korea. It separated the East and West directly down to the center.
Hold on there, buddy. You got it all wrong. Are you truly Korean? Because it seems that you don't know your history!
Don't worry, we got this. You can now run along and take some vodka and enjoy the story of what really happened.
The original plan was US and Soviet Union to set up a troop ship in Korea to help it learn to govern itself after 36 years of imperial Japanese rulership.
Yes, but since we have a different ideologies and we couldn't decide to see if Korea was going to be a communist or capitalist. So we could not unify Korea, so we had to split it. I got the northern part because I'm awesome.
And I got the southern part. In the south, we backed up Xinjiang Ri, so he took power.
And in the north, we backed Kim Il-sung, so he took power, and of course, each were claiming the entire peninsula.
So that's when the Korean War started. It was all about who got the entire peninsula. Of course, each of us sent out troops to help our team, and none of us wanted the other team to win.
It was a I'm sorry about all of the technical difficulties, my friends. We're all okay. Okay, where were we? Yes, it was a brutal war. But of course, Mother Russia never loses a war. And so we won the war, and it was fair square.
Excuse me? Us Americans have never lost a war. That was a total won by us.
Yeah, just like you won the Vietnam War.
I don't know what you're talking about. That war didn't count.
Okay, yeah, Guys, none of you won the war. The war has been put in pause till this day. Don't you remember? Both North and South are in an agreement that nobody can attack the other side. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep, that, and I remember.
Okay, let's just go. So that's how Korea got to this state. No wonder. I actually haven't really put attention to those details. You know, I'm Mexican. I know. Well, so then I was born, and like I told you, I was born in a concentration camp. And how did you manage to escape? Well, while I was working in a textile factory, I became with a 40-year-old politician prisoner from Pyongyang. Yes, okay. And he was named Wenxing Gensen Park Wensen Gensteng. And I called him Park. Well, he was educated and had traveled outside of North Korea. Park had been to the East Germany and China. Park said that he shook Kim Jong-il something like that, his hand, and had told me all about the outside world, such as stories about food and I had not been yet experienced before. Nearly every meal I had eaten to this point had been a soupy gruel of cabbage, corn, and salt, with occasional wild caught rats and insects. I was excited by the idea of being able to eat as much food as I wanted to, which I considered to be an essence of freedom.
I decided to attempt to escape with Park. We formed a plan in which we could provide local information about the camp, while Park would use his knowledge once outside the camp to escape in the country. On the 2nd January of 2005, we were assigned to work detail near the camp's electric fence. Noting the long interval between the guards' patrols, so we waited until the guards were out of sight. Then we made it our attempt to escape. Park attempted to go first, but he was fatally electrocuted while climbing the voltage fence. I managed to pass over the wire using Park's body as a shield to the ground current, but still suffered severe burns and permanent scars with my legs clipped onto the wire. Well, after escaping, I broke into a nearby farmer's barn and found old military uniform. Wearing that uniform, I was able to disguise as a North Korean soldier at times. I survived by raiding and stealing food, but at the time, I was unfamiliar with the money. But within 2 days of my escape, I have managed to sell a 4.5 kilogram bag of rice, stolen from a house, obviously, and used that money to buy cookies and cigarettes because I wanted those. And eventually, I reached to the northern border with China along the Tumen River and bribed some poor North Korean border guards with food and cigarettes.
Whoa, that's an amazing story, but too bad, cause the show is now ending. Please make a hand of applause to Shin Dong Hyuk, and we will see you guys later.